I really don't think Mother Gothel was all that bad of a villain, especially after reading her story. Gothel grew up in an enchanted forest called the Deadwoods with her mother and 2 sisters. Gothel's mother, Minea, is kind of like a necromancer. And to keep them safe, Minea convinced the surrounding villages that if they buried their dead in her forest, she would leave them alone. So they live in a giant Gothic manor in basically a cemetery. As the years went by, villages slowly stopped providing their dead, and Minea needed to teach her girls what it takes to keep them safe. So she raised an army of the dead and erased some of the nearby villages. Gothel's sisters were horrified, but Gothel had no problem with the event and completely understood. Gothel just wanted power, and in this world of witches, the transfer of power is passed down through blood. The only things Gothel loved as much as the promise of power were her sisters. When it came time for Minea to transfer the power to her girls, she took them to a part of the manor they've never seen before. It housed massive amounts of magical golden flowers. Minea explained that these flowers were the source of their long life and taught them an incantation. And as the ritual for transfer of power begun, Gothel's sisters backed out at the last second. This blatant disrespect enraged their mother, and she attacked them. Gothel was torn between receiving her power or stopping their mother to save her sisters. She made a choice and destroyed all of the Rapunzel flowers that had kept their mother alive. All but one. But it was enough to destroy their ancient mother and turn her to dust. Unfortunately for her sisters, severe damage was done, and they were barely hanging on. With the help of some previously raised dead, they started to pick up the pieces of their crumbled home. As the days went on, Gothel's sisters were only getting worse, which was a perfect time for the Odd Sisters to show up. They knocked on the door under the pretense of wanting to help Gothel's sisters. But really, they just wanted information on the magical golden flowers that were rumored to prolong life. By the time they found out that the flowers were destroyed, the Odd Sisters wanted nothing to do with them. Right before the Odd Sisters leave, Gothel's sisters actually meet their end, leaving Gothel devastated. In a rare moment of compassion, the Odd Sisters offer to ease Gothel's pain. Wanting nothing more, Gothel agrees. They cast a spell, putting Gothel into a magical sleep. She slept for over 200 years and was only kept alive by the flower that was in her pocket. One of the raised dead, Jacob, had found it, planted it, and kept it alive, knowing it was the source of their long life. When she wakes, the world has changed. Humans have encroached on her forest and a kingdom popped up. And the very first thing she does is try to use the flower and the incantation to bring her sisters back. But it's not enough, so she plants the flower on the side of a mountain in what is left of her Deadwoods in hopes of cultivating more. And if you've seen the movie Tangled, you know where it goes from there. Now fast forward to when Gothel takes Rapunzel for herself and keeps her in her tower. Every time she left, she was poring over her mother's old books, trying to find a way to bring her sisters back. This is just a tiny portion of the story, and I highly recommend reading it for yourself.